Welcome back to the Kong FM channel. Today we are going over all the games that happened in the SPFL, Scottish Professional Football Leagues, so Premiership, Championship, League 1 and League 2 last week. I hope you guys enjoyed this new content style. The Premiership had the first set of games this week, starting on Boxing Day. This began with a great Edinburgh derby if you're a Hibs fan, as they grabbed a 2-1 win. Craig Gordon was a key player in this game as he stopped it from being a massively one-sided scoreline in the way of Hibs. Each side was hampered by an own goal, leaving the side split before Dwight Gale silenced the Jambles by getting on the end of a near post cross, which made the Hibees go crazy. Motherwell then travelled to Celtic Park, where a great all-round performance from Celtic was started after extra time in the first half, as Yang was taken out by Motherwell goalkeeper Oxborough to win a penalty which Arne Engels dispatched. From there, Celtic were rampant as Maeda, Kuhn and Hatate all got on the scoresheet for a 4-0 win. Dundee were then hosts for Ross County this week, as both clubs trying their hardest to fight off relegation. And in this game, it seems Ross County fought harder as they managed their way to a 3-0 away win, thanks to Noah Chilvers beating the goalie on his near side before a mistake in midfield led to a second for County. The match was then killed by a penalty as County take the win. Loud boos from the Dundee fans could be heard after every Ross County goal and at the end of the game, even though Dundee currently sit 10th outside of the relegation spots. Next up, Aberdeen travelled to Kilmarnock, a side that have not lost in their last 3, whilst Aberdeen have not won in their last 6. This game was an onslaught of chances to Kilmarnock, with Fraser Murray getting involved in 2 of the 4 goals. Aberdeen's biggest chance came as the score was still 1-0, as Duke had to race around the linesman to the ball, which he then put in for a low cross, and the chance was fumbled. Young talent David Watson grabbed himself a goal before Bruce Anderson and Ennis Cameron rounded up a 4-0 win, which is a special result for Kilmarnock as they come up against on-form Hibs next. Dundee United were the next team to help themselves to 3 points, but not before falling 1-0 down thanks to St Johnstone talent Mackenzie Kirk, before Glenn Middleton and Sam Dalby rescued the game to see Dundee United get their first win in 3. And the final match of the game week was St Mirren versus Rangers. And only half an hour into the game, Jack Butland came racing out to claim a ball, and in doing so, he wiped out Greg Kilty to give St Mirren a penalty, which Oyston Smith took calmly to take the lead. Danilo then grabbed an equaliser after 60 minutes, and Rangers thought they'd gotten away with a point here, before Boyd Munn stole it for St Mirren in the 93rd minute with a great strike from the edge of the box. The build-up play there was phenomenal. What a great team goal. And this is how the table looked after these matches, with St Johnstone in danger at the bottom, Celtic 12 points clear at the top, and the sides are in the middle of the pack, still with a lot to play for. We'll get to the next game week for the Premiership, as they had 2 game weeks in this 1 week, after I cover all 3 of the other leagues. The first match in the Championship was played at East End Park as Dunfermline were up against Falkirk in the Kincardine derby. Dunfermline did sack their manager James McPake about 3 days before the game, so they were going in with John McLaughlin. I think he was their under-21 manager, going in as the manager for this game, and he led Dunfermline to a very eventful 3-3 draw, where Falkirk took the lead every time they scored, and Dunfermline of course having to equalise all 3 times, which they had to do through 2 penalties. One of the penalties was scored by Chris Kane, whose run-up seemed a little dodgy, as this screenshot is taken halfway through his run-up. He's looking over at the ref. Falkirk then took a free kick quickly and grabbed a second before Matty Todd equalised again. Centre-back Liam Henderson thought he had won it for Falkirk before Kyle Benedictus stole a 92nd minute point. Hamilton hosted bottom of the league Airdrie next, and this was a match to remember. Ollie Shaw opened the scoring before Chris Mockery equalised just 5 minutes later. Stuart McKinstry then handed Hamilton the lead again before Gallagher of Airdrie levelled the game again right before the halftime whistle. And then 45 minutes later, in the 90th minute, Ollie Shaw found the back of the net once more, and Hamilton took the win 3-2. A Glasgow derby also happened on Saturday between Partick and Queen's Park, and it was Partick's veteran striker Brian Graham who'd be the difference maker, as he bagged a brace which cancelled out Dom Thomas's goal to win Partick the game 2-1. Ayr United and Morton played out a 0-0 draw where nothing happened at all. A couple of yellows given out in the first half, but after that, nothing of note took place. The final game in the championship on that Saturday afternoon was between Raith Rovers and Livingston. Dylan Easton had a great game here as he got a goal and an assist for Raith Rovers, which helped them grab the win even after conceding Stevie May's penalty later on into the game. This is how the championship table looks as we head into the new year. Airdrie fall into even more trouble as they are now 14 points off of safety. And it looks clear what teams are going to finish in that top four. And can Falkirk hold on until the end of the season? Who knows? Let's head on to League One. To kick off League One, Stenhousemuir took a 3-1 victory against Alloa, thanks to centre-back Aaron Steele grabbing a goal and Matty Yates getting himself 2 assists. Connor Salmon scored for Alloa, but it was not enough. League leaders Arbroath defeated Montrose 3-0 in a commanding victory. Young midfielder Alistair Spalding opened the scoring before centre-back Thomas O'Brien and attacking midfielder Fraser Taylor rounded it out, and Arbroath top of the league in the new year. Kelly Hearts were then defeated by bottom of the league Dumbarton thanks to Calvin Orsay double. Dumbarton have now won their last 2 games with a relegation 6-pointer against Inverness Cowie Thistle up next. Speaking of Cowie Thistle, they've been gubbed 4-1 by Cove Rangers thanks to Cove legend Mitch Megginson getting on the score sheet once more. This win has pushed Cove into the promotion spots. Queen of the South and Annan Athletic came together to draw 1-1 thanks to Adam Brooks scoring 17 minutes into the game for Queen of the South and Willie Gibson scoring a late penalty to secure a point. Here's how the table of League One looks going into the new year. Dumbarton and Cowie Thistle look certain for those relegation spots. Can they save themselves? And can Arbroath hold off Steny for that automatic promotion? In League 2, leaders Peterhead travelled to second place Elgin City and were defeated 2-0 thanks to Lewis Hyde and Dylan Gavin, and this pushes Elgin up to first. Peterhead fall into second and East Fife go down to third, but they have a game in hand. Forfar and Stirling had an exciting encounter with the game ending 2-2. A really back and forward game here as Forfar took the lead before Ali Roy and Josh Kerr both scored to put Stirling ahead, but Russell McLean equalised in the 74th minute to make it end 2-2. Spartans hosted and defeated Edinburgh City in the second Edinburgh derby of the week. The only thing that could separate these two was a Blair Henderson penalty which gave Spartans a 1-0 win. The final League 2 game of the year ended 1-1 between Stranraer and Clyde, thanks to a late penalty equaliser from Russell after Robson got sent off for his challenge. Here's how the table looks. Elgin sit top with Peterhead and East Fife close behind, and Forfar now fall 4 points behind in the relegation zone. So guys, the Premiership is playing again this weekend, but sadly I do not have the time to cover the games in this video, so I'll put that in the next video I upload. So I want to thank you guys for watching this one. If you liked the video, leave a like on it because that would mean a lot, and I'll keep going with these weekly recaps. Thanks for watching.